Well, I got up early because I know there was going to be a lot of walking today, so still very early in the morning. I don't know where I'm at, but this is a dream come true right here. Indomart and an Alphamart side by side. I don't know if I'm in more Mary yet or not, so I'm going to try and figure out where I'm at, but I'm going to enjoy a beverage. Alright, I found the Pelney I found where the port's at, which is good news. I just going by it, went in to inquire if anybody knew English. One guy did. He helps me out to try and find a spot I can pick up a cheap phone, because I'm expecting my Samsung to take a while to fix. There's one boat leaving tomorrow, but if I wait till the 4th, which is actually a day past my visa expires, I think on the 3rd. So I have to have my visa renewed somehow. So I had to find a phone. I got to pick something up, man, honestly. So that's the plan. Yeah. Oops. Got the new phone, guys. 2,100,000, which puts it at, let's just call it $130. So everybody's very helpful here. We had to use Google Translate, but I realized I can't do it without a phone. I only have like a week left on my visa, so I got to get rolling. So, hi. Well, I made it here to a hotel right down the street from where I just picked up my phone. I'm having problems. As you can see, this was the budget one of 100,000. So I got it for 2 nights because I can see difficulties ahead of me. Unfortunately, this is the month that I think is a short month. So I need to try and get everything done as quick as possible. I'm not going to be able to make tomorrow's. Yeah, I mean, the walls haven't been washed in a long time. It's a fan room. Everything's pretty filthy, but I have my sleeping bag, so I'll have a blanket. And anyway, I'm going to unload I needed a phone. That's all it is I know it's going to take a week or so to get my other one fixed. So I need to be able to start getting crap done. It's all these things to actually, all these things to go wrong, to go wrong all at once, right as I'm supposed to be, doing my visa, so I don't know, so I can't get into my Google account because what they want is a 2-step verification of the the code that they send you, the key thing, the authentic code or whatever it's called. So, so many things, man. So anyway, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. So yeah, it's just a lot of stuff all at once. So and I can't record too long because I don't know if it'll be a week that I have to try and compress all within these chips. So that's where I'm at right now. I got it for 2 nights, and within those 2 days I need to figure out what I'm doing. So alright, this is where I sign off for now.
Nasi. Nasi.
Well, evening everyone. I'm here on the rooftop of the poorly neglected rooftop here in Makassar in Indonesia, of course. Same place as always. Some bad news. This is the 28th. I have basically my visa expires on the 3rd, which puts me basically 2 days. And talking to Alicia over Alicia at Visa for Bali, she says I have to go back to Bali to actually get the visit. Indonesia is very famous for constantly changing their immigration requirements on everything. So the time before, last time I renewed it, it was I didn't have to go in. This time it requires me to go in. But instead of being able to just go down to the nearest immigration office, the visits have to be done in person in Bali. So that requires me to spend over $1 million. Well, it's 1.8 million, so 1,800,000 rupiah on just getting the immigration stuff filed through to Visa for Bali, then another, I think, $1.5 million to get a flight there on a one-way because I don't know when my actual interview will be. And then I have to come $1.5 million to come back, so we're already looking at roughly, let's say, $5 million. And then I had to find a spot to put my bag, and I had to do all this, my bike, and I had to do all this in 2 days, and I still haven't had my phone fixed. I have this one, the one I bought, but I don't have my bicycle. Is still in bad condition. It's not, but so it's like I haven't even done those, which I don't have the time to do it. And yeah, it's one of those things is things are still kind of trying to go bad. And so I had to think of what am I going to do in the next 2 days? Either try and go ahead and throw a bunch of money at this, trying to get an extension for 2 more months, which is almost ridiculous. You're already talking over $5 million, and then there's no guarantee that I'll even have a bicycle when I come back. Maybe I could talk to them about storing it up here, but then they'll probably still want me to pay the $2.50 per night, until I get back, which is not too bad, but that's going to require a lot more money on top of this. And my other thing is just ditch everything. That's why I got the cheap bicycle. That's why I say never have attachments to anything. And then once everything has settled down, maybe try and buy another cheap bicycle and continue on my journeys. The only alternative is to actually fly back to KL, and that's or somewhere that's easy to get into. Malaysia is one of the easiest spots to get back into. So these are all decisions I have to make up, and I have to make up in the next few days. And all this video editing and stuff, it's still building up. I have nowhere to put it's like, what do I do with it, So yeah, I can't keep anybody up to date because I have those videos on my other phone, and I have to get somewhere to fix it. So anyway, these are things that are popping up. This is the update. I'm not going to be doing much filming. Through all this craziness, I had to get on and at least tell you guys, this is the situation. I don't know what to do. So I don't know what to do, and looks like I'm going to have to get out of here within the next day or two. So
Hey! Modal na mo. Say modal na mo.
More diamond.
Modal na mo.
More diamond. These are all drone enthusiasts. They saw me with my DJI shirt on and wanted me to join them for a group photo. So I'm down here at the night market where everybody goes. Yeah, just a bunch of drone enthusiasts. All right, folks, that's it for me for the night. It's been an exhausting day. I was able to get a few things done, find a person to store my bicycle at their place when I have to go back to Bali to do a visit for the immigration office there. I have no choice. I need to do that. It's a new requirement that they have. I got a hold of Alicia. She didn't know it until last minute either. She thought I could come to here to Makassar and handle everything through the immigration here, but it's not like that. So I had to spend the extra $50 there and then $50 back. But right now I paid for everything to try and get the next 2 months extended. So that's where I'm sitting now, guys. Right now I'm just enjoying the night. Well, I'm out here at the waterfront. The evening market is opening up for, well, Ramadan's ending for the day. And this is when everybody comes out. And yeah, I just wanted to come down and try and get a little bit of this in. I haven't been able to do much just because of all the stuff that's been lined up. And my good brother Arish wanted me to be his eyes over here, at least pick up one picture. Makassar is pretty nice, all in all. It's a city and it's rough around the edges, but you know, I haven't been able to do a lot of exploring. I've had everything kind of dumped on my plate all at once, and now I have to deal with these things. Everything from broken phone, broken bicycle, visa, having to go back to Bali now because I have to go into the immigration office there. They don't do the it's a new mandatory thing that I come in and actually do a pop-in where they can see me, and since my last address was there, and you know, all these things have to happen before 2 days, you know, and so I still have to wait before taking in my phone and all this. And yeah, so yeah, I haven't really been able to, it's too busy, and even too busy trying to correct problems as they're happening than actually you know. And when I do get the phone back, I have to upload and edit all the videos and materials, so I've been very limited on what I film. And to top it all off, there was a spammer over on the Telegram board, and I had to shut that Telegram board down and open up another one that I have a little more control over. And yeah, it's just, you know, one headache after another. And by the time all this is done, said and done, then I'll probably only have about 6 weeks on my new extension, which will mean I'll have to cut out some of Indonesia. So from here I'll probably go up to Borneo and do Borneo as my last island before crossing over into the Malaysian part of Borneo, do a border crossing there. But it's still about 1,600 kilometers plus doing Borneo with the route that I was able to plan, and with the help of people on Telegram. So anyway, guys, that's a short update, and I want to keep it short. So there you go. There you go, Arish, my brother. Hello. Hello, hello. Awesome. Well, I'm here at the Sultan Hassanidin International Airport. I've been super sick for like the last 2 days. I'm slowly getting over it, but I had to book a ticket to get over to immigration immediately. They only gave me like 3 days to get over there, so I had to book for the next day, which is today, regardless if I'm sick or not. And I woke up this morning feeling a little bit better, but the thing is it was one of those things when trying to stand up, even though my fevers has basically gone away. I had fever, chills, basically diarrhea, headache, all these things. But today I was feeling a little better, but every time I stood up, I felt like all the blood would rush from my head. So I did probably the dumbest thing possible, is I ordered a Grab scooter, and I had to have him pull over twice because I almost passed out. But I think that was from more like stress from all the things that have been going on simultaneously so quickly. Anyway, I'm going to Bali, and I just leave it at that. So I have about an hour to get on the plane. So. Thank you. Well, I made it to the 24/7 bed and breakfast, and tomorrow's going to be a very busy day. This is me right here. This is home sweet home. It's a hammock hostel. It was the cheapest thing I could find. These are bathrooms right here. And everything's pretty in the open. You know, here's the shower, but you can see that it's open to the elements. Not a big deal. Still, yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. I didn't know I have to have shoes. I have long pants. They're kind of like sweatpants, and I need to wear a t-shirt. So, but shoes, I might have to pick up a cheap pair tomorrow. I'm gonna try and get into immigration, get everything over with, and yeah. But tonight I'm just gonna be relaxing in my nice little hammock. It's kind of cool though, huh? Hammock living. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, everyone. I got everything done with immigration today. I was still feeling like crap. I ended up passing out one time, getting up to use the restroom. Well, almost passing out. I had to lay down on the bathroom floor. And so I'm back and I'm still kind of resting. But today, Samsung also called me back, said my phone is fixed to come in immediately and pick it up right away. Everything's like right away. You know, it's like immigration, you got 3 days to get in. I'm like, now Samsung's like, come in immediate, pick it up, you know, bring your receipt, you know. And but I told them I'd be up to 10 days before I could get in and pick it up. So yeah, I'm just relaxing. I'm gonna check online, see if I can find a ticket. So everything's slowly getting done. So I'm just pushing through this, fighting through this. And let me kind of show you a little bit of the place. I didn't give you a good look around yesterday. It was dark. Plus I had to close the bathroom door. I left it open. We'll get a view of what this place is like. It's actually pretty nice for $40,000 for a hammock, and the hammocks are kind of right in the open. Come on, bring it down a little. Unfortunately, it was a pretty bad wind last night, so they have a gym here. There's an indoor shower if you want to use the indoor shower. And yeah, so it's an indoor bathroom and shower that everybody shares. This just kind of goes in a circle. I'm the first hammock coming in, and you can see it's covered, right? But it was a sideways wind, and the wind was blowing hard enough that I think it was either, honestly, it felt like it was coming from this way. I think it was coming from that hole up top. But either way, it was getting soaked. Not soaked. It was just, I was worried I was going to get soaked. So anyway, guys, everything's done. I'm not going to drag this on too long. But this means I can get back and start doing my editing. By the time you see this video, it means I've already edited, uploaded, and started doing the editing. So it's kind of pointless of me saying all this, but just play along with me. And, you know, I pretend that you guys are here in the now and in the ready. And so, yeah. So I'm going to jump online, see if I can find a ticket for cheap. I think I lucked out on the last one being 50, because most of them are being quoted at 150. You know, when it's only got 1 day notice. So things are slowly falling into place. I really wish I could just come back to Bali and stay. I should have done that. Oh, and one more thing I want to add is if you come to the immigration office in Bali, there are a lot more kickback. I left my cameras at here, so I didn't film anything, because I figured they would check, you know, and they wouldn't want cameras in. And I was also told I needed to wear pants and wear shoes, no flip-flops. and a t-shirt, not like this, but like a longer, t-shirt. And I go in there, so I got my pants on. I had to buy a pair of shoes, which was luckily I found some on sale for like 40,000 rupiah, which is $2.40. So yeah, it seems like that's the magic number, 40,000. But I go in there after doing all that, and everybody's in shorts and flip-flops, and nothing's being said to them. No one's being turned away because of the way they dressed. So just for future reference, if you don't got the shoes and you don't got the long pants, you can go into immigration anyway, and they're not going to turn you away. And yeah, so just for you guys that might be thinking about the immigration office here. All right, peace. Well, I'm headed down to the airport. I'm heading out to Makassar. That thing you saw way in the background was the statue. Me and Leon in the video Made in China, when we were bicycling around, that was the one we went and saw. I just noticed it and how much it towers, like just in the horizon. It's the only thing you can actually see. So yeah, that's one huge statue. Anyway. That's the gate I'm in, so. Well, I picked up my phone. I'm all done for that right now. Yeah, it wasn't that far. It was only 3 kilometers. So now I get back. One thing it did do was avoided the warranty in Malaysia. So that's unfortunate. But the thing is it's it had to be done. So anyway, I'm going back. I have to recover. I'm still like passing out every single time I get up to use the restroom. So yeah, so I'm just gonna get back and try and recover. Well, everyone, I just picked up a ticket. I have a new routing of plans right here. What I came in for was a ticket for the 15th to Surabaya. But they didn't have any tickets to Surabaya on the 15th. The one on the 18th was sold out. The one on the 15th was sold out. So I had to wait around to the 22nd. So that's actually going to be a week longer than I planned to stay. I was hoping to get out of here when my time over at the hostel was done, but it looks like I'll have to extend my stay there and stay here for a little longer. Why a rerouting of plans? It's mostly due to the fact that my ATM card's coming up, expiring here very quickly. And I need to get back to the United States and try and intercept my new debit card before they try and mail it out to my last known location. Unfortunately, the bank doesn't want to replace old information with no information. They'd rather have inaccurate, faulty information on file then they would have just no information at all. So when you try and tell them, well, I have no contact, address, they're like, well, we can't do that. And you're like, well, I'm a traveler, I don't have a contact. So what ends up happening is I've gone over this issue with them in the past, and I'm pretty sure they still, even though they know I'm traveling, they see me all the time. You know, I put in my travel notification every time I change countries, but the fact is they probably still have my old Tennessee information. So I got to get back, try and figure out how to secure a location, either through a homeless shelter. There's a possibility that I might be able to get it mailed to one of the two only people I know in the United States. Because I'm a vagabond, I don't have friends, I don't have family, I'm just a traveler. So yeah, that's this right here. Yeah, I'm packing up early. I'm hanging up my bicycle spokes. This is going to be the last Makassar, the last spot. I'm just going to call it quits because a time element. If I try and drag this out by going to Borneo, if I push this issue to Borneo, this will take me all the way into May. If I stay the whole time, my whole visa. I know I just paid for this visa too. And it looks like, I really shouldn't push it that far. But if I'm just crossing the border on Borneo over to the Malaysian side, that'll be within May. And that's like, it's 1,800 kilometers to try and get done. And this last 2 weeks has just knocked me out, man. This has been the hardest 2 weeks. What started as miserable, hard mountain climbs, which I was able to push through. But as soon as I pushed through that, my phone broke because of the sweat from my face dripping on it, shorted out the screen, having to go through the 300 kilometers as my visa's expiring. I had to get a new phone, and then, because of the immigration office changing their rules and now requiring me to come in, the visa for Bali thought I could handle this in Makassar, so I came to Makassar so I get the bicycle fixed, get my phone fixed at a Samsung place, and all this stuff, and so it was like, so I get here and then I get sick, so I'm trying to repair my phone. All of a sudden immigration says, you got 3 days to get in here over Bali. I don't have enough time to put in, it's only like a few more days before my visa fully expired, so I had no choice. I really had to actually basically, extend my stay. Either that or jump on the plane, and everything was like, do it now. Visa for immigration gave me 3 days to come in. As soon as I get that done, I'm feeling like crap. I'm sweating, I'm, vomiting, I got, the runs, I'm dizzy. I almost passed out on the back of the scooter trying to get to the airport. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the visa's done, Samsung keeps bugging me saying, your phone's done, come in immediately and pick it up and all this. I'm like, so I had to jump back on the airplane, come back over here. And it's just nonstop high stress, And so everything got more or less done though. It's just mentally draining. And so what I'm planning on doing is starting to make my way out back to my own home country, because I have to, not because I want to. I'd prefer to keep doing the world travel thing. But the one thing that I basically did say, well, the two things, is if I ran out of money, needed to go back to work, right? Or two, if there was some problem with my bank, or something like that, and I had to go in for that. So yeah, so it's the bank thing. But this allowed me to go back and get some things I should have done before I left 2.5 years ago. So I've been traveling 2.5 years now. Things I should have done, and I didn't know I should have done them until I already left. These are the things you learn. So it'll help me get a better foot on, having more than one ATM card, different things like this. So yeah, this is where the Old Hobo is ending the bicycle tour across Southeast Asia. I'm going to continue on to America, and I'm going to film some American travels. I'm going to planning on doing trains again, showing what a real hobo life is like, because there's going to be a very big drop in the quality of life when I get there because the expense of everything. So there's not going to be any more eating in in restaurants. There's no more sleeping in beds. It's all going to be strictly camping and eating in shelters or buying my food from the 99-cent store, and whatever I can find on sale at the grocery store. Lots of rice, lots of beans. This is basically going back to my old tramp self, my old vagabond self in the States, but also filming it. And I'm gonna ride the train across the United States a few times, film that, and yeah, then I just play it by ear from there. Anyway, that's 8 minutes. I'm gonna try go back and get some rest. I'm not fully recovered yet, and yeah, and then I'm gonna start making my way after hang on 1 minute. I do plan on going back to Kuala Lumpur after I go to Surabaya. I'm planning on giving my bicycle away to one of my viewers, one of my subscribers, and then from there taking a plane up to Kuala Lumpur for at least a week. So Surabaya, I'll probably be there for a few weeks. Go up to Kuala Lumpur for about a week. Meet Erish again and try and recover my my hammock, because that'll be my sleeping system when I get back to the States. So all right, guys, that was a long, dragged out thing, but now you know my plans, and that's the direction we're going. We're not giving up American Hobo. We're just rerouting American Hobo in a new direction. All right, guys. Good evening, everyone. I'm up here on the rooftop of my hostel. My studio hotel, or I think it was called the Pot House at one time. I decided to jump in here. I was a little lengthy on discussing my upcoming plans, and I don't think I went over everything quite good enough. So I'm rewording it, repackaging it, rediscussing it right now, because technically these are going to be my final words for this journey through Southeast Asia. I've had a lot of things that came up recently, a lot of hardships, a lot of things that I had no control over, from the broken phone, which caused by my sweat, forcing me to buy another phone, which put me way behind because I had to get to the next city to buy a phone, which put me behind on trying to extend my visa, and all these crazy things just happening all at once, and all requiring, like 2 million rupiah, which is $120 for a new phone, 2 million for a new visa extension, 2 million for the trip to go out to Bali's and back, 2 million for, it's like a total, and I ended up spending in less than a week around $475, which is a painful hit. So, but it was, these things happen, these things come up, and to top it all off, when I'm needing to do all these things, I get really, really ill. And I had to just push through it and get everything done. And I'm still not feeling the best. My energy is zapped from me, but I'm not as dog sick as I was. I finally was able to get a little bit of rest. But now I have something that popped up, my ATM card expiring, and I know I've mentioned this and I'm repeating myself, but these are my final words. So, because this is where the journey ends. This is where I retire my bicycle spokes. And that's what I was doing today by picking up my ticket. It allowed me a lot of time to think of what I actually want to do, how much time I actually have, and if I would actually have enough time to do Borneo. And it just came out to no, I don't. By the time I am recovered and trying to leave, I would be so hard pressed to try and get through Borneo, through Malaysia, the northern part of Borneo, and then try and get to an international airport just so I can race back over to America and all these things, as I don't want to put that time strain on me anymore. So I decided that this is where I call it quits for the Southeast Asia bicycle tour. Like I said, I would keep on continuing it. Just when I was filling out something to buy something with my card, I was filling out the expiration date. I'm like, oh no, that's this year, that's the 10th. And I have to get up over there in the United States and try and intersect them, my bank, before they try and mail out to the last known location they have on file for me. So I have to go back, try and secure a spot where they can mail the new card to and do all these things. But this journey has been an awesome journey. I have accomplished a lot. All this started as just a trip through Vietnam, and starting with just my phone right here, or not this one, but the one I had at the time, which is broken now and long gone, just the camera on that. And, I not only did I do Vietnam, but I did 4 other countries following right behind it. And I also started a YouTube channel, which got monetized, and I was able to do a daily vlog for over a year and keep up with the editing and keep everyone as close to happening in real time as possible, only being delayed by the fact that I might not have had internet service or, so there were the times that my videos got delayed, but I usually caught everybody back up. So I've accomplished a lot on this, and I'm not as upset at all that I have to go back and call quits for a while. But this does not mean I'm quitting the American YouTube channel. It just means that American Hobo is getting redirected in a different location. And I'm thinking about what I want to do when I get back to America. And I want to start doing the tramp life again, like I used to. I want to get back on riding the trains and showing what it's really like to live a hobo life inside the United States, because the United States is more expensive, and I'm going to be dropping my quality of life, let's say, is going to decrease by 4 times, meaning I'll no longer be able to eat in restaurants. I'll be eating from what I can find in the dollar store or at the homeless shelters, or I'll be sleeping in my hammock again, because that's where I'm going before I go back to America, is I'm going to go retrieve my hammock. These things that you get, these luxuries that you get in a foreign country that are more affordable, that affordability is not in the United States. So it's more rough, it's more rugged, and it's more homeless. It's more straight up homeless, but it's the life I know, and it's the life I love. It's the life of a vagabond in the United States, because the United States is a beautiful place. It's just affordability-wise, not so good. So that's the plan, guys. I am going to, the ticket I did buy, I thought I could pick one up for the 15th, but they were all sold out. And I'm going to be going to Surabaya. Surabaya, it's a little too bright there. On the 22nd, I'll be heading over there, and Tom's down there. I'm going to visit with Tom, one of my subscribers that I've been, you know, he's always on the Telegram board with the rest of us, just shooting the breeze. I'd like to visit him. I'd like to see Surabaya. That was one of the cities I missed, and I really do want to see it. Spend like a week or so there, then buy a ticket. That's where I'll be giving my bicycle away, by the way, is I'll be leaving it with Tom, as I'm going to be gifting it. Yeah, because he's the closest. And if he doesn't want it, I'm pretty sure he can find someone that might want it. But so I'm going to skip on. Yeah, so anyway, after I give away my bicycle, I'm going to hop on a plane ticket, go over to Kuala Lumpur, and try and meet up with Eris, visit with him one last time, spend about a week there, get my my hammock back, and that'll be my living quarters when I come back to the United States. And I'll be doing the Hennessy hammock camping and riding the trains and traveling across the United States and back and forth on the train lines, and but also at the same time handling stuff like getting my cards done, getting my other bank account up and running again. That way I have a backup card, so next time that I do leave the United States, it won't be like the first time I left. The first time I left, I didn't know what I was doing, and when I left, there was a lot of things I like, oh, I should have been doing that. So I've been traveling with only one ATM card. If I would have ever lost that, I would have been screwed, you know. So it's just been by the luck and the skin of my teeth that I haven't had anything major happen within the last 2.5 years that I've been traveling. So it's time for me to go back to where I came from, go back to being the old American hobo, and do a little reset. And this journey has been awesome. Meeting all the people have been awesome. Starting the YouTube channel, and all you guys that joined me on this adventure. I hope you just stick with me, you know. But this is where the subject matter and the location is going to change. And I'm going to be veering away from the daily format, unless I feel like doing it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm going to try and stick a lot more days together, but at least 1 to 2 videos a week. Yeah, I think that's the best. It seems like that's probably the best for me. And other than that, yeah. So I'm going to start packing up. I don't leave till the 22nd to Surabaya, because that was the only ticket I could get. And yeah, so all right, guys, that's my last words. I thank everyone for joining me through this last 1.5 years. It's been great. It's been hard. It's all been a new experience. I'm not giving up on YouTube. I'm not giving up on my travel vlogs. I'm just getting redirected. All right, guys. See you when I get in America.